everybody. Welcome to the Mastermind Fever Team webinar. Every Monday, we've got a webinar where we challenge not only the people who are within the team to come up with some content and to share what they've learned, in, during their short or long time in network marketing, and basically to help everybody in the Mastermind Fever team to become a leader. So it's with a great delight that we are seeing you this evening. I know that for many people in the US, it is a bank holiday. So if you live in the US, congratulations and thank you very much for being here. This evening, we're going to have a very special friend of mine, and her name is Kate McShea, and her husband is Andrew McShea. I met them for the first time at the No Excuses Summit, and it was a real delight. I mean, actually, when I saw her, I couldn't remember her name exactly, but because you see people's faces on Facebook, I could remember her face. And the only thought that I had in my mind was, wow, this is the beautiful lady, she's here. And I knew who she was. And it was fantastic. That's why I do encourage each one of you, if you can attend a live event like the No Excuses Summit. And I live in the UK, so it took me 19 hours to get there. So if you live in the US, you have no excuses. And there is also the Live the Dream event with MLSP, both powerful live events where you connect with like-minded people. And what it does to your mind, it creates a mind shift where you see the internet world on a different level, and you really have this feeling that you can do it yourself. So that's powerful. So what is beautiful about Kate and Andrew McShea, both of them are in MLSP, and they are moving up grades. They are now level 2 in MLSP, which is absolutely fantastic because they are going to become the next leaders in MLSP. After level 2 is level 3, level 4. And all of us actually are growing together to move from one level to the next. That is the reason why we've created this group where we can all learn from one another, not being shy, scared, and just simply go for it and become leaders. So I'm going to have my award on stage at the Live the Dream event. I'm very excited as well. But it would be simply awesome to all meet you. And it's been awesome to meet Kate. So this Mastermind Fever team is also organized with my mastermind partner, Lydia Brown. We've been working together now for a few months, and it does help to find a mastermind partner and get the work done and be creative, productive, because you can feel lonely sometimes online, and having somebody you can talk to, rely upon, and build, create strategies, think together, mastermind is simply powerful. So once more, welcome to everybody who is on the call this evening. And I would like, without further ado, introduce my beautiful good friend Kate McShea, and her husband has a tremendous voice, very groovy, Andrew McShea. So we will be talking about reverse engineering and branding. So I'm giving you the mic, Kate.
We've got it. I think we're all set. Can you just type in the chat box really quick? Just let me know that everything's okay. You can see me, you can hear me, and you can see my split screen so you can see my face as well as my PowerPoint presentation. Yes, yes, okay, yes, awesome. This is wonderful. All right, so I just wanted to say first things first. Thank you so much, Aurori and Lydia, for allowing me to come on and share some value with you. My husband Andrew is just going to come on really quick.
How's everybody doing?
He does have a very groovy, smooth voice. That's how he won me over in college. So, but what I'm going to do really quick is I'm just going to say again, thank you so much for letting us come on and let me share some information with you on how we've been getting some serious results with regards to MLSP as well as just our network marketing business. And I'm going to get into my PowerPoint in just a second, but I just wanted to pretty much share that it has not been luck that we've had the success that we've had within 90 days. It is a specific strategy that we've used with reverse engineering, as well as branding ourselves on the internet. And that has really been what's made the big difference, because once we started to get some lead generation and lead flow, what ended up happening is that because of all the personal branding we had been doing that whole time while we were trying to generate leads, we were just getting even more exposure through Facebook, through blogging, through our YouTube channel, that people were beginning to see us all over the internet, which is exactly what you want to start doing once you decide to take on through that mindset of your leadership level, that you want to be a leader online. That's the stuff that I'm going to talk about tonight. So I'm going to talk about how to use reverse engineering to start getting the results that you want, as well as how to brand yourself online, just some tips and some tricks and some hints. Alrighty, so I'm going to get right into it. Here is my little presentation. So I know you can see both of me, which is good because I'll be able to go in and out and tell you a couple of pieces and little tips from my presentation here. So reverse engineering and branding. I wanted to share with you first a little bit about us, because I actually know I don't recognize a lot of names on here, which is a good thing. Always love being able to share our story with other people that I don't quite know yet, and I'm looking forward to getting to know more through Facebook. It'll be great. We'll have to all connect through that way. So a little bit about us. I am a former second grade teacher. I've been able to retire from my job, which was an absolutely wonderful feeling, but I will give you a heads up that I did love teaching. I loved second grade, and I just loved teaching 7 and 8-year-olds. I feel like what I do now with the coaching and mentoring that I do with our teammates is very, very similar to what I did as a teacher. So I've found that niche of teaching within network marketing, and it's been absolutely wonderful. So I'm a former second grade teacher. Andrew still works in corporate America, absolutely loves his job. And when we graduated college and decided that we were going to spend the rest of our lives together and wanted to buy a house and do all of these things, we realized we didn't have the funds to do that. With just my teaching job and his corporate America job at this point in time when we first graduated from college. So we got into network marketing about 5 years ago, and I'll be honest, we struggled for 4 years of it. We just went to our warm market, couldn't figure out how to get anybody to either be a customer or to be part of our downline, and we really struggled. In April of 2012, that's when we found MLSP, and we started paying attention and using the trainings on how to actually market yourself online and how to brand you online. And that was really pretty much the game changer of what happened when we found MLSP. So after we found MLSP, we started to get super focused, picked one strategy. We picked video. Here are some of the results that we have been having, and we'll share with you the strategy of reverse engineering afterwards as to how we got these results. So our results were that we went from 23 leads a month in May to 1,060 leads a month in August, so this past month in August. Our best day was this past week. We actually generated 69 leads in one day. We sponsored 30 plus new reps into our business this past month alone, and we actually did it all through reverse engineering. So that's going to be the meat of what we really talk about, what I'm going to talk to you about tonight. But what I wanted to share with you first is a little bit more about personal branding and the daily action plan, because we used reverse engineering to generate leads through our video marketing, but we were doing something beforehand, and we were personally branding ourselves consistently. And then once we started to get that major lead flow, it made a big difference. And I know a lot of people, if you're in MLSP or if you're in another online marketing kind of company like that, they tell you to pick one strategy to generate leads and focus on it and master it. And Aurora and I were talking about this the other day. I fully agree with that. We have generated our leads from video marketing. However, I still feel like there is a value to personally branding yourselves while you do that. So what I'm going to share with you today is I'm not going to share with you my whole daily action plan, but I'm going to share with you what we do with regards to personal branding. So here you go. So personal branding, this is a screenshot of our actual Facebook fan page. And I was not able to switch over to my desktop, but what I will share with you, I have links attached at the end of this presentation to our blog, to our YouTube channel, as well as to our Facebook fan page and my Facebook profile. So you'll be able to start seeing similarities in all of those areas where we brand ourselves on the internet. So this is just a quick screenshot of our fan page. Now, when it comes to personal branding, these are the things that we have been teaching our teammates, as well as what we recommend other people to do. So when you're personally branding yourself online, you're thinking about having a Facebook fan page for you, your specific name. So Kate and Andrew McShea, Aurora Jones, not branding your actual primary or a product. It's when you brand yourself as a person, it just kind of creates that leadership role already for your fan page. Your Facebook profile, I'll go into that a little bit when it comes into the daily action plan. So having a blog is a great thing to have to start out. That does not mean that has to be your main focus for generating leads online, but it's a great thing to have. Having a YouTube channel as well. And then here is the biggest tip that I can give you is think congruency. So when you go to our Facebook fan page and when you go to our blog, when you go to our YouTube channel, all of them have, and you can see my arrow here, all of them have this this cover photo or channel art, as you call it in a YouTube channel. All of them have this piece right here. So you've got our picture in the middle, Online Leadership Pro, which we're the founders of. That's our own particular company, as well as this quote here and the pictures of us behind it. So that is the one cover photo channel art that we have on every single page. So if you were to go to all the different pieces of our of content and where you want to access it on our blog, wherever you go, it's going to look the same. As well as we've got this picture here for our YouTube channel, as well as our Facebook fan page. And so all that's doing is, number one, we're branding ourselves, we're branding our faces, so we're getting our pictures out there, and we're just creating some consistency. So people know that if they come here to our fan page, that this is what it looks like. Oh, and then they go to our blog and it looks the same. It must be the same people. So you're creating that congruency. Next thing when it comes to personal branding is you want to think value. Value, value, value. And what I mean by that is if you're an MLSP and you're on an MLSP wake-up call and you get a great they do a great topic on mindset. You are resharing that information with the masses. If you've got some great tips on closing people into your primary business, like great, like 3 ways to close people into your primary business, that's value. 3 ways to get more engagement on your fan page, that's value. Value when it comes down to it with personal branding is giving away content for free. So you're not asking them to put in their name and their email. You're not telling them to go check out your primary business. You are giving away free information for them to see. And you can do that on your Facebook fan page, on your Facebook profile, on your blog, and on your YouTube channel. So that value piece of it actually boosts up your leadership role. Because if you're sharing information with them, they now understand that you get it, that you know what you're talking about, okay? And consistency, consistency, consistency. I would say that the majority of people, and this was including us for a while, struggle a lot of times when it comes to personal branding and just getting into a daily action plan with personal branding because they're not consistent. So you're trying something on a Monday, and then you take a break on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You try something again on Friday, take a break Saturday, Sunday, and then before you know it, a week's gone by. So you want daily, consistent action to take to personally brand yourself. So let me move on to the next page. I'm going to share with you, now that we've talked about consistency, let's talk about a daily action plan, okay? So when it comes to personal branding, this is what we do every single day, except for maybe Saturday or Sunday, depending on which day we want to take off and just kind of have our personal development relaxation day to kind of recharge and reboot for the next week. So this is what we do every single day, and this is what has really skyrocketed our branding online. So we do a blog post every single day, and we do a YouTube video that is connected to that blog post every single day. And then what we do is, after we've uploaded that blog post and uploaded that YouTube video, we share that information on our fan page. And then we also share it on our personal profile on Facebook. Okay, so all of those are all congruent. They're all the same content and value, but do you see how we're sharing it in different avenues online? And so what that's doing is that's getting our information out in more ways than one, because you don't know who's going to be checking out your Facebook fan page that day as opposed to who's going to be checking out your YouTube channel that day. And so you want to make sure that you can get your content out to as many places as possible daily. So then what we do is we email our list, and then we also have been sharing the same content, the blog post or our YouTube video, in Facebook groups. So instead of spamming your links or spamming your opportunity like we all see in Facebook groups, we actually share our own personal content and value that we created. And what that does is it ups your leadership role, I guess you could say, as well as that's just giving people a little bit more extra value. And it actually makes people in those groups do a double take and say, wait, they're not just pitching their business. They're telling me about, 3 blog tips to get my information out there or to rank on Google, those kind of things. And that's what happens is they go and they look at that information, and then what you're looking for is people to opt in for whatever you have, whether it's a 5-day boot camp, whether it's another training that you have specifically where you're trying to get that person to become a lead. But it's just personal branding, getting your stuff out there. We also share our value and our content on, on Better Networker. Sorry, our fan page picture cut off a couple of our words there. But we also share them on Better Networker. So here, if you look, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ways to get that content and value out and exposed to different people. And now remember, when you share that content and you're doing it consistently daily, think of how much value you are delivering to people on a daily basis and how much that builds up. Now, especially with blog posts, fan pages, video, all of these things, people 3 months from now can come onto your blog and find that information. So you're just doing that work, that daily action plan work, one time, and it will be seen over and over and over and over again. So that has been one big thing that has changed and shifted a lot of what we've been doing online with regards to personal branding. All right, let's get in to the next piece, reverse engineering. Can you guys just type in the chat box, make sure that you're still following me, can hear me okay, because this stuff is the juicy stuff. Personal branding is very important, and I don't want to make light of that, because that is something where you're going to continue to get yourself exposed as a leader. Awesome. Really good. Thanks, Jackie, and thanks, Aurori. Thanks, Paula. But the reverse engineering piece is where you can start getting your results, because we have been coaching a lot of people lately, and what we've been finding is that people know that when they join a network marketing company or they start online marketing, that they need to have some sort of results. But they don't know how much they want, how much they need, and pretty much people are kind of just sitting there not knowing exactly what to do in order to get the results that they truly want. So reverse engineering is the way that we went from 23 leads a month to 1,060 leads a month in 90 days. So I'm going to start sharing that with you all here. So what is reverse engineering? I know that these words have been kind of traveling around the internet universe for the past couple of months, and it's a little confusing if it's not broken down for you. So I'm going to break it down for you right now. And I really, really hope that some of you that are watching this are taking notes so that you can start reverse engineering your plans to get the results that you want. So here are some things to think about when it comes to reverse engineering. You want to focus on planning. So reverse engineering is all about planning. And you are planning with these three things here. Planning with the end in mind, planning with a time frame in mind, and planning with daily action. Okay? So you want to have that thought of where you want to be at the end. You want to know how long you want it to take in order to get those results. And then as well is the daily action plan is one of the most important parts, because if you don't take action on it, you're not going to get a chance to see your results. So let's get right into this part of planning with the end in mind. Now, most people are taught to start at one place and then just do what they think they need to do to get to the end. Reverse engineering, or what we called when I was a second grade teacher, the backwards design approach, is basically planning with the end in mind. What is the result that you want? Okay, so you need to sit back and you need to think about what the result is that you want. The example I'm going to give you is with regards to leads, but you could do this with how many people you want to bring into your business within a time frame, how many leads you want to generate through a different strategy, all of that different kinds of stuff. It doesn't have to just do with leads. So you need to think about what is the result that you want. So our example was back in May, it was at the No Excuses event. And we were trying to decide how we were going to start to get momentum in our business, how we were going to start generating leads, to start seeing some differences in our results with regards to online marketing. So our example is that we wanted 50 plus leads a day through YouTube video marketing, not through any other way, not through blogging, not through Facebook PPC, not through any other things, but just through YouTube video marketing. So that was our result that we wanted. And then you need to start thinking about what your current results are right now. So you got to be honest with yourself. Is there anything that you're doing right now in that strategy where you're seeing some results? So our example was we had 2 videos that were getting us 2 leads a day each. So each video was getting us 2 leads a day. So we kind of already knew some of our results that we were already having with regards to the strategy. And then you need to think about how much more do you need to produce to reach your result. So our result was that we wanted 50 leads a day through YouTube video marketing. And so we knew that since we had 2 videos out that were getting us 2 leads a day each, we needed to produce 25 more videos that would be getting 2 leads a day each, to get us to our goal of 50 plus leads a day. Okay? Does that make sense to everybody? Just type in the chat box really quick, planning with the end in mind for the first step, just so I know that you're with me. Hope you guys are taking notes. This is super powerful. All right, awesome, awesome, awesome. Yes, 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 yes. Well, let's move on to the next step. Okay, time frame and daily action plan. I put them together because they pretty much, there's not too much to go into time frame and not too much to go into daily action plan. Planning with the end in mind is the most important, what you want your results to be. Then time frame and daily action plan follow after that. So time frame, when do you want your desired result? So our example was we wanted 50 plus leads a day in 90 days. That's what we wanted. So you've got to think, what is your time frame? Is it 30 days from now? Is it 60? Is it 90? Is it 6 months from now? Is it 12 months from now? You have to set your time frame that works for you. And then we knew, because we planned with our end in mind, and we knew how much we had to produce. So we knew that we needed to have 25 videos up within 30 days. And the reason why, so our 90 days was our time frame, but because of trying out video marketing before and knowing and having some current results, we knew that it was going to take a little while to get our videos to rank on Google and YouTube to start generating some leads. Okay, so we knew that our time frame was 90 days, but we knew we had to hustle to get 25 videos up within 30 days. Okay? So here comes the next step, and I think that this is probably one of the most important parts after you've figured out what you want your result to be and what your time frame is what daily action are you going to take consistently on this strategy, on this particular strategy that you're choosing to move forward with. So you need to decide on content production, on your actual time frame that you have for your 90 days. So example, are you going to do, let's still talk about video. Are you going to do 1 video a day? Are you going to do 3 videos a week? You have to decide what's right for you in the time frame that you've chosen on how much you're going to produce within a day or a week. Now, as you can see right here, we decided to do 25 videos in 1 weekend. Okay? Now, that was just us. Originally, we had said, well, maybe we'll do 3 to 4 videos a week and kind of get those up as soon as we possibly can. But then we kind of just had that mindset where we were ready to hustle. We were all in already, and we wanted to start seeing some results. So it was Memorial Day weekend for us in the States, and we decided for that 3-day weekend, instead of having a barbecue and hanging out by the pool, we decided to cut 25 videos in 1 weekend. And that was just our strategy that worked for us. It was kind of just being all in and getting ready to go. And that was the way that we did it, but that's not how you have to do it. That's the cool thing about reverse engineering is once you have your end result, you've got your time frame and the daily action plan that you want, you just have to start taking action and hold yourself accountable to completing those tasks every single day if that's what you choose to do, or 25 videos in 1 weekend in 3 days. It's your choice. It's just then you have to take that leadership place where you're going to hold yourself accountable and you're kind of just going to take the action that you said you were going to do. So basically, that's really what it comes down to with regards to reverse engineering, in regards to personal branding. So what I would share with you for, reflecting a little bit is that you want to make sure, again, with personal branding, that you are getting content and value. That's free content and value that you have to give. If you're an MLSP member, that's great. You have a lot of training in the back office that you can share with people. Any tips and tricks that you get from people are great things to share, to cut a video about, to do a blog post on, to do posts on your Facebook fan page. But remember, whatever content you do, you want to share to all the different places on the internet that you have, to your YouTube channel, to your blog, to your fan page. And remember, your fan page doesn't have to be super fancy. It doesn't have to have a bunch of likes right now. Same thing with your blog. But all the personal branding piece is doing is just starting to get you into taking consistent action on getting content and value out there. And then with regards to reverse engineering, you really want to think about, again, what's your end result that you want to have, what's your time frame, and what daily action are you going to have to take in order to get that result within your given time frame. So I put here with questions, just check out our blog, especially talking about consistency and congruency with our channels that we have everywhere on the internet. So you can check out our blog more, you can check out our Facebook fan page, and check out our YouTube channel, and you'll see that they all look very similar, as well as the content that's on there is shared within all of those different areas of the internet. 2 more things I just wanted to put out there was, if you have an iPhone, and I don't know for Droids or anything like that, but when it comes to daily action, one thing that I found was really cool to keep me on a schedule is it's called Reminders app. And it's a great app that you can actually use to set up a checklist for your daily routine that you want to have to take action. Because I know that's one thing that I struggled with the most. And you can actually check off everything that you do each day. It's a great way to keep you consistent and hold yourself accountable. The other thing I was going to share with you, just as these are little side notes of things and little tips and pieces of wisdom that I've learned along the way, is a timer is your best friend, especially if you're planning to do a lot through YouTube or doing a lot through Facebook. Is if you can set a timer and give yourself a given amount of time every day to do certain things, Like, I will comment on people's posts, I will answer messages for an hour a day. And I set my timer for an hour. And if my timer goes up, then I'm not going to answer anything else. I'm not going to stay on Facebook any longer, because you can get totally sucked in and lost on there. So just making sure that you stay dedicated to whatever your daily action plan is. A timer is great. Reminders app is really good for the iPhone. If you have a different smartphone, feel free to, in the chat box, throw out some different apps if you have some already on there. And then the last two things I just wanted to tell you is, I think that Aurori and Lydia being mastermind partners is absolutely amazing. And I know the Mastermind Fever team, that's something that all of you value and you revolve around. Our business changed when Andrew and I became actual mastermind partners. So we were holding each other accountable, and we were also making sure that I was doing certain things and he was doing certain things when it came to our business. So having a mastermind partner is critical, because as much as I think everybody would like to, you're not always going to hold yourself accountable. So you need somebody else who will. And then the last thing I'm going to tell you, because I know that a lot of the Mastermind Fever team is about leadership. And we are at L2 right now. So the part that Aurora and I were talking about, which is so awesome, is that wherever you're at, you're not that far away. So when we did our reverse engineering, we had I think we'd been struggling at L1 for a little while. And reverse engineering is what skyrocketed us to L2. And then what has gotten us to, we should be hitting L3 within the next couple of weeks to a month. So these things can happen. The gap isn't that big. I know sometimes it feels like it is between when you're first starting out at an L0 and there are these people here at L4. The gap's not that big if you reverse engineer and you take daily consistent action. And remember to think like a student, but also think like a leader. So when I get on webinars, I have a paper that has that's split in half, and it has content, which is my student thinking like a student piece, and then it's my leadership side. So how that person is actually running the webinar, the questions that they're asking, the training that they're giving, or if I'm following leaders online, if I'm following, Ray Higdon and his blog, or I'm following Mark and Frank on their YouTube channels or the videos that they create, I am thinking more as a leader of, I'm trying to get inside their head to see what they're doing. So when I'm thinking like a student, I'm thinking content. I'm thinking things that I can apply to my business. When I'm thinking like a leader, I'm actually thinking around the psychology of how a leader thinks and how they are portraying their message to other people. So I think that is it. I know I moved really quickly, but I wanted to make sure that I got as much information out so there could be some questions asked, as well as I know Aurora and Lydia probably want to chat about some things as well to all of you. So I don't know if I need to switch over to you, Aurora or Lydia. Let me know. Or if people have questions and they want to put them in the chat box, just let me know the way you guys want to run with this. But again, thank you so much for having me on. I'm happy I was able to share some things that are working for us, and hope that a lot of you apply reverse engineering and the personal branding piece to your business. I can't wait to hear about your results that you get with both. Thanks, Jeanette. Jeanette is another person that I have been working with as an accountability partner. So Jeanette, you rock as well, my friend. All right, Aurore's got some questions, so go ahead and throw them out. Are your leads coming from the videos more so than your fan page, profile, etc.? Awesome. Great question, Lydia. Yes, our lead generation strategy right now is through video marketing. That is how we're getting most of our leads. We do get some leads through posts that we put on our fan page or from our blog. We've got a 5-day video series on our blog that people opt into, but the majority are coming from our videos. When you did the 25 videos, did you upload them the same day or spread them over time? Great question, Aurori. So we shot the 25 videos in one weekend, and because in order to get your videos out there and seen by people, You've got to do great keyword research ahead of time, as well as you need to do some SEO stuff to get your videos to rank. So what we did is we put our videos out, spread them out through, I believe, 2 weeks. So we pretty much, Andrew did a lot of some of the SEO work. And so he would spend time on the weekends just getting out as many videos as possible from those 25. So they gradually were put out into the YouTube Google universe. Where do you advertise your videos? From Darcy. So with the video marketing strategy that we use, there's a lot of different kinds of videos that you can shoot to start generating leads. You can do company reviews, you can do reviews on a product, you can do reviews on, MLM tips, success tips, and you can drive them to whatever you want for generating leads. Now, advertising wise, we don't advertise on for any of those videos, but what we've learned is we've learned some strategies through a specific product that we got called Tube Traffic Mojo, and it teaches you how to do some back end work to get your videos to rank on Google for specific keywords. Like if I were to go through MLM tips and I shot a video sending them to MLSP to sign up for the MLSP trial, I would want to get that video MLM tips to rank for that keyword on Google and on YouTube. And you want to try and get them to rank between 1 to 3, the first through third spot on YouTube or on Google. Okay, Amber, let me come back to that in 2 seconds. So I hope that that makes more sense with regards to advertising. We don't necessarily advertise, but we've learned strategies in order to get our videos to rank on Google and YouTube. That's I guess technically how we advertise, is through getting our videos up to the top spots on the first page of YouTube and Google. So how much time? Oh, okay. Are you leading with MLSP only, or do you have videos specific for your primary? Great question, Amber. So we do lead primarily with MLSP with a lot of the videos that we do to generate leads. That's kind of been the strategy that we've been using. And then we use our primary as a back end after people have either gotten into MLSP or we've gotten on the phone with them if they give us their phone number. And we see that that's something that we feel like they need the leadership from us for primary business. We had 2 or 3 videos out for our primary business, and we used that as well to generate leads for our primary business. But our main goal online is to brand ourselves as leaders. So we normally don't lead with our primary. We lead with MLSP because our target niche is struggling network marketers, and we find that a lot of people who are struggling in network marketing are looking for leads. So we primarily target and use MLSP first as a way to get people onto our list so that we can email them, build a rapport with them. If they give us their phone number, I hop on I call every single person that I possibly can with the leads that we get. How do you follow up with 1,000 leads? Are you calling them, doing training? Awesome question, Aurori. So not every single lead that we get gives us a phone number, but I will say, and we've kind of gotten a little backlogged lately since we've had a really high lead flow, because we've been getting a lot between 40, we had 69 leads yesterday. So what we try and do is if someone gives me a phone number, I make sure to call them and see how I can help them. But if I don't get a phone number from them, we personally email them and just say, hey, this is Kate and Andrew McShea. Just want to say hello. You opted into one of our sites looking for more ways to generate leads online. Just wanted to let you know that we're a real person. Reach out to us at any point when you want. Thanks, Kate and Andrew. Just to show them that, we're real, regular people. But we email our list, I would say 5 days a week on average, sometimes 6. And we also do trainings. We do free trainings, webinars to give out extra content and value. What we email our list every day normally is either a video that we shot through our personal branding piece on the presentation that I gave you today, or on a blog post that we did. And so we send that out. We send out free content and value every single day. Let me see. Do you prefer to be in front of the camera, or do you also use slide presentation videos? You know, we've done more in front of the camera, and the reason why is because it gives a great personal connection. So when I call somebody, they know, they go, "Oh my gosh, it's you. I heard your voice on the video and you're actually calling me. How crazy is that?" So it gives a nice personal connection. But I'm very comfortable doing that. I think it's maybe from teaching. It was something that I just felt I get a nice personal touch with whoever's watching. I do know a lot of people who use slide presentation videos as well, and they're very effective, especially if you're not super comfortable with getting in front of a camera right away. It also depends on the topic you're talking about. If it would serve them better for you to show your screen and show information and give a tutorial on what you're doing, then definitely do a slide presentation. Do your people sign up for your affiliate links via email? Aurori, do you mean do they sign up, like sign up for MLSP for the membership, or do they just opt in their information via email? Is that what you're asking? Just respond back to me and I'll know how to answer that. But I'll go into your next question. How long does it take us to make a video and syndicate it? So it just kind of depends on the content and value I'm going to give. Most videos, I would say, keep anywhere between 3 to 5 minutes. That's pretty much the length of an attention span of someone who's watching on YouTube. Although if you're doing some serious branding, so giving some free content and you're doing a tutorial or something like that, you can make it definitely longer. That's okay. But if you're trying to really get your point across and you're trying to give away, you're trying to get someone to opt in to be a lead on your list, I would try and keep it between 3 to 5 minutes. So I record the video, takes me 3 to 5 minutes, maybe a little bit more depending on what kind of video I do. And then to get it uploaded and rendered could take, like 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. And then the amount of work and time that Andrew does for SEO and backlinking, I would say, what do you think? Yeah, SEO work is probably a couple of hours, but you're talking about, so altogether, maybe having 2.5 hours of work for something that's going to stay there forever and generate you leads on autopilot. So it's pretty cool when you think about it with regards to video.
Yeah, and hey, you know what? One thing I will offer. Hello, everybody. How you doing? If you want to shoot us an email, we'll actually shoot out. We did a webinar about a month ago now, specifically on video marketing. It was about an hour and 15-minute webinar specifically on video marketing. So if you want to shoot us an email, we'll send it out to this group for free. Kate's going to throw it here.
I'm going to throw our email into the chat box.
And she'll send out the webinar that we host that goes into a little bit more detail on video marketing. We've taken courses on video marketing that are 10 hours long. It's an in-depth process to get your videos to rank. But what you're doing is people are on Google searching for certain things, whether it's MLM tips, how to get leads online, how to get network marketing leads. People are searching for company reviews. So what we do is we do keyword research to find what people are searching for. Then we do a YouTube video that we get to rank on Google, so people click on that video. Then we forward them to MLSP. So all of those 30 signups that we had this past month, we had 1 signup a day on average, were all automated signups through YouTube. Yeah. But we'll send out, if anyone emails us, Kate put the email address out there to everybody. So if you want to email us, we'll respond and send you that free webinar so you can check it out.
And just put in the subject, Mastermind Fever Team webinar, and then I'll know that that's something that you want, and I'll shoot you over that webinar that we did. Trying to think. Any other questions? I know, Rory, let me go back because I think you clarified, and Andrew may have actually just answered your question. Do you promote only MLSP and or other affiliate programs? Do they join your affiliate programs via your emails? Yeah, great question. So basically, we had been leading with MLSP, the membership trial offers first. That was a great way because we found that that's what people were looking for the most. But you can shoot videos reviewing a product or if somebody's doing something for blogging, if you've got a blogging product that you want to do, it works just as well for that, as well as for anything, like for Tube Traffic Mojo, for the YouTube marketing that we've learned how to do, is that we could totally promote that and shoot a video on that as well. It just depends on the kind of keywords that you're looking for and you're trying to target. And yes, they do, like Andrew said, they sign up on autopilot through our emails. And what Tanya Eliza was talking about this past Wednesday was welcome pages in between your capture page, having a welcome page, and then having your sales page afterwards. So that welcome page, again, if you're talking personal branding, that is something that you can put in there that gives a personal touch to make that person connect with you and see that you're a real person. And you can kind of tell your story there about what you're trying to help them do with regards to whatever you're selling. That is what we believe has really helped us convert our leads on autopilot through our emails, is by adding in that extra welcome personal branding video in between our capture page. Do you recommend any blog system or hosting server?
Yeah, so we use WordPress. WordPress seems to have kind of the best, probably the best reviews out there. We also use HostGator. Just honestly, they all work. I mean, we use GoDaddy for our domains, and we use HostGator to host our blog on. So we use WordPress, GoDaddy, and HostGator, any combination of which, obviously WordPress is for the blog. GoDaddy you can use for domains and hosting, and HostGator you can do the same.
Alrighty, and I know I just saw another question too. What would you advise for people on the fence on investing in marketing products and say, I don't have any money? Here are my thoughts. So I completely get it. I get that there are a lot of people who start out that are having, difficulty financially. And so it makes it difficult to invest in these specific things. Now, there are a couple of ways to go about it. If you are part of an affiliate program that does give away free training, that's a great way to get started. But I highly, highly recommend that you you invest, like Aurori said, in marketing products that are particular to the main strategy that you want to focus on. So I wouldn't say, even though we talked about personal branding, I wouldn't say go out and buy video marketing, Facebook marketing, blogging. I wouldn't go out and invest in all of those products yet. I would pick one strategy and I would invest in those particular products, because a product always will give you more information on what you need in order to actually master that skill. As well as kind of think about, when you think about that piece of I don't have money, see if you can find a way to create some extra finances, whether it's through lowering your cable subscription, whether it's through looking back to seeing if you're eating out a lot. If you're eating out a lot, or if you're getting a coffee every single morning if you go to work, are you getting a coffee every single morning that costs you $4 each day? Are there things that you can cut back on so within 2 or 3 weeks you have enough money to invest in that specific marketing product? Because I really do. I feel like the people that make those products, especially in affiliate programs like MLSP or any other ones that you are a part of, those people know what they're talking about. So when they create a product, they are going to give you the goods. So really, when you think about it, just think about what other places can you cut out some of your finances, if possible, in order to create some extra funds for yourself when it comes to investing in your business. Because that's what it is. You're in a business, you're creating a business for you, and investing is what you need to do in order to personally develop.
And if I can jump in here too, Rob Four, I'm not sure if all of you are familiar who Rob is, but he said to me once, or he says it to a lot of people, is don't let being cheap keep you broke. So go find a way. Some of the best course we've ever taken was on video marketing, was $297. Whether right now you buy a cup of coffee every single day, you go out to eat 2 or 3 times a week, you can find the money. It's really a mindset around how bad do you want this. So go out, find the money, and like Kate said, be careful. Do not invest. Dave, you just threw me off there. Thank you for that note. I will. There we go. I'm knocking her over.
Fall off the seat.
Do not go out and invest in a ton of different products. Pick one, master it before moving on, because that's probably the biggest mistake most network marketers make. Is they go out and they try a strategy, they try it for a week or two, they see a little bit of success, then they see a new product, and they think that that product's going to be the silver bullet to fix their business and have them make 6 or 7 figures in this industry. It's not. So pick one and master it, and find the money. Whether it's going to be searching through your couch.
No, Lydia said she had clothes in her closet that with tags on. She sold them at a flea market.
Yeah.
Again, right there, awesome place where you can find some extra funds.
Yep. I mean, you got probably, if you have like an extra TV in your house or some clothes you can get rid of, there's a number of different ways to come up with money. But the investment you make into your self-development and buying a training program is a better investment than the monthly auto ship into your company, because you're throwing out that money of your monthly auto ship if you don't know how to build this business.
Exactly. And I will say too, because I know we're talking about marketing strategies, and then I will touch on how our life has changed since we're L2s through MLSP. But I just want to touch on live events really quickly and just share a really quick story here that my life changed because of live events. I got invested into network marketing because of attending live events. We connected with leaders in this profession that are now calling us on the phone and saying, hey, do you want to do intros on the wake-up calls? Do you want to hop on this hangout with me and talk about this, talk about that? And that is because we went to the live events, that we made the sacrifices again, just like you're talking about investing in marketing products, but you're also investing in, sorry, my screen just left. You're also investing in yourself when you get to live events. You don't know what mastermind partner you're going to find there. You don't know what nugget you're actually going to get from just talking one-on-one with a leader, or even just somebody else who is at that live event that is going to completely transform and change your business. So I know Live the Dream 4 is coming in November. If you are part of MLSP and you haven't gotten your tickets and you're on the fence, get them, make it happen, find the finances. You guys can do it. We just talked about that. As well as I know I've already talked about No Excuses that comes up in the springtime. Those are 2 really great ones to go to because they're a lot more generic and they cover a lot of different strategies, but great ways to connect with people. So how has our life changed now that we are L2 and L3s, soon to be L3s in MLSP? I guess what happens is, I wouldn't say that our life has drastically changed, but it definitely gives you a confidence boost when you start seeing the results that you kind of knew you could get all along. And I also feel like we're natural born leaders. We are people who like to lead and coach and help other people. And all this does is just give us a little bit more extra exposure to get ourselves out there to help as many people as we possibly can. So I would say that I'm not eating filet mignon every night, but what I would say, getting rank advancement has done for us has just been able to give us a little bit more exposure and be able to give us something that we could share with other people, that I know there are people on here and there are people out there that we're coaching and we're reaching out to, that it's going to make a difference in their business. And that's what we were meant to do, is we were meant to be here to help other people. And that's what the rank advancement has done for us.
Yeah, and I think it is pretty weird when you record a video, and we recorded some videos, like we said, back in May around Memorial Day. And I wake up the other morning, this was like 3 days ago, and saw that we made $655 from one person that saw one of our videos. Again, this was a video that we made back in May. We haven't touched the video since May, and someone signed up for MLSP, bought a bunch of products. We made $655 in a few minutes for a video that literally took us 10 minutes to cut and upload, and then maybe an hour of SEO work. We literally spent an hour and a half on that video. It's led to hundreds of leads, and just through that one person, $655. So it's pretty amazing once you start to see these strategies start to take form and start to generate leads and buyers and sales.
And you just get a lot of people that you're able to, they say, hey, can you check this out? Or I'm doing this, this, and this. Can I get your feedback on that? So it's just a nice way. You never know who you're going to help with the action that you take. And the action that you don't take is actually, as we all know, worse, because you don't know who you could help by getting that information out there. And when you don't get that information out there, somebody is missing out. And I think Ray Higdon says it best, is that if you have the tools and you're not taking action on it, then essentially you're being selfish. You're holding on to that information and you're not getting your information and your wisdom out there to help other people who need help. So I also just wanted to say, we're not that far off from you guys. So just remember, if you are at an L0, an L1, or if you're at an L2, L3 above, if you're an MLSP, then keep rocking on. Take some serious, massive action. Put in reverse engineering, and I know that just know that the gap is not that big, and that is definitely attainable. You can do it. We believe in you, and we know that you guys are going to make a difference, and you're going to start taking some serious action and getting some results. I think that's all that we had. I don't know if one of you guys wants to hop on, Lydia or Rory, and can either close it out or whatever else you guys thought you were gonna talk about tonight. We'd love to stay on and hear what you guys have to say. Ooh, what's our marketing budget? Ooh. Welcome, Peter.
So for a marketing budget, so there's a couple of different ways. So we're doing only video marketing right now. There's only a couple. There's a number of different ways you can do video marketing. You can do video marketing for free, and you can start generating leads. No questions asked. You just have to go after different keywords. Mm-hmm. So if you don't have a high marketing budget and you're not going to be able to spend any money on your videos, you're going to want to look for keywords that maybe get searched a couple of hundred times a month. Now, we went after some keywords that were searched, 60,000 times a month, and it's very competitive to get our videos to rank for searches that high. And we spent about $30 per a video, roughly, to get those types of searches ranked on Google. Again, you could do it for free. If you're going to go after some videos that have keywords that get searched monthly on maybe a couple of hundred times on Google, you'll have to put up a lot more videos, but you can still get the same results. So it really just depends on what type of keywords you're going to go after. It could be anywhere from $0 to get your videos up and running up to $30, and I don't think you need to spend more than $30 per video. That's what we did, and we saw some really incredible results from about $30 a video.
Yeah.
And now that we're making, $2,000 to $3,000 a month from those videos, we're not going to take any of that money and put it in our pocket.
That's a good point.
We're going to take all of that money and put it back into our marketing budget. So now we have roughly $2,000 to $3,000 to put back into our marketing budget. We're not going to start taking money in until we're making roughly 5 or 6 figures a month.
Yep. So that's just kind of having that business mindset of it's your own business, and just reinvesting in you over and over and over again. Jennifer, how did you learn to do the SEO? You talk about to do the searches. Tube Traffic Mojo. It was it's a product.
Yeah, if you have our email there, McShea at onlineleadershippro.com, McShea at onlineleadershippro.com. Send us an email there, and we will respond with a webinar we hosted a couple of weeks ago that goes into detail about some of the things we're currently doing. It also talks to you about this product that we took that really helped us with video marketing. So when it comes to video marketing and the SEO work, we could probably spend 6 hours on that.
Yeah.
So that's definitely for another day. But shoot us an email, and we'll put it back in here in the chat so you can see it again. But shoot us an email, and we'll get you a webinar you can check out.
All righty. I think we're ready for you, Lydia.
Okay, hi everyone. I'm so glad everyone attended this. Kate and Andrew, This was valuable information. I'm very grateful how you outlined reverse engineering and branding. You kept it real simple. It was clear to follow. Very excited to have you share with our group. Mastermind Fever is really a roaring on baby, and we put a lot into it. And the folks that have joined us in the group have also contributed to its success and the success of its members. I'm so grateful. What resonated with me, I can never hear enough, is that you pointed out the power of having a mastermind partner, and you both spoke about the value in investing in yourself and your business. Um, I remember, and I was one of those people in the beginning. I was just stuck on free, 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 and some people give you a little bit of free information, but they don't give you really all the nuts and bolts. But then you find some leaders that really, when they say free, and they're going to give you some information, you can roll with it and you can be successful. So I learned along the way, and I grew that those people who mentored me and so freely shared and helped me find success, that when they came out with a product or service, that I love the idea of giving back and also edifying them. I love the way you mentioned some of my favorite people, and Ray Higdon being one of them. Using his valuable information has helped me along the way in growing my primary business. Uh, this was just so nice and fulfilling. We've been doing the Monday night webinars or Google Plus Hangouts for several months, and never stops giving, because people like you take the time to come and help us give support to our members. So thank you again. I appreciate all of you for attending. I appreciate you, Aurora, for always being my mastermind partner in the UK. I hope to see you all at Live the Dream. I'm so excited about it. I would like to go to sleep and wake up and find that it's November. That's how excited I am. Um, all of you, please put us on your calendar for next Monday at 8 o'clock as usual. Again, we'll have a surprise for you, so stay in touch. If you're not a member of the Mastermind Fever group, you can send myself or Aurora a message on Facebook. I recognize many of your names, and we will send you the link to the group and invite you in with pleasure. So enjoy the rest of your evening, folks. Have a great day. Enjoy the rest of the summer months, because it'll be winter soon. I know it's hot. I can't believe it's September and it's so hot in Virginia. It's still 98, 99 degrees. But I'm ready for some snow. I'm ready for the next 6 months of my success plan, and loving you all. Bye bye.